Developing American Indian Cultures. Grasslands, deserts, mountains, and Arctic ice fields are some environments found in North America. How did these environments affect how American Indians lived? American Indians settled throughout the land and lived in different environments. The map of North America divides the continent into 7 regions, each with a distinct environment. The regions are the Northwest Coast, right up here, the California Intermountain region, down here, the Southwest Plateau, I think here or here, Southwest Plateau, the Great Plains, definitely here in the middle, the Eastern Woodlands, which is up here, and the Southeast, which is where we live basically. Each region on the map has its own kind of environment. For example, the Northwest Coast has dense forests, heavy rainfall, and abundant marine life. But the Great Plains offers treeless grasslands, harsh winters, hot summers, and many land animals. Each American Indian group develops its own culture or way of living. Religion, language, and traditions are all part of a group's culture. So are what a group eats, lives in, or wears. American Indian groups living in the same environment developed similar cultures that suited their surroundings. For example, tribes that lived in the dry deserts of the Southwest often built cliff dwellings and learned to farm with little water. However, tribes that lived thousands of miles northeast on the eastern woodlands often built homes in canoes from trees around them. Historians and geographers call the area where similar cultures developed cultural regions. These cultural regions span the continent and are shown on the map. Each region differs in climate, physical features, and natural resources. How did these 3 geographic categories impact American Indian culture? Climate greatly impacts culture. During brutal winters, American Indians of the plateau built homes underground. Historians know this because of the artifacts they discovered in the plateau region. Artifacts are human made objects such as underground homes that help us understand how the people who made them lived. Artifacts in warmer climate, like in the southwest region, suggest that some tribes were nomadic or moved from place to place. They had 2 sets of homes and would move based on the season to escape the heat. Physical features such as mountains, plains, and rivers influence culture. For example, American Indians in the Southeast had to adjust to the swampy ground there. They built their homes 3 feet above the ground to avoid water damage. American Indians living in the plateau settled near rivers, which they relied on heavily for water and fish. Natural resources affected the cultures of American Indians too. Important natural resources such as timber, wildlife, soil, and water influenced what American Indians ate and used to build shelters. Tribes living in the eastern woodlands made shelter out of timber, while tribes living in the treeless Great Plains used animal hides to make teepees. Agriculture in a cultural region is greatly affected by how much water there is. Some cultural regions lack water, while others have ample rainfall. American Indians in regions with enough rainfall farmed more than those in dry regions. Tribes in dry regions relied more on hunting and gathering. Each cultural region had a different environment. You will read about how American Indians in each cultural region lived.